Can every woman squirt? Let's talk about the squirting myths, misconceptions, and satisfy a whole lot of curiosity. Have you ever wondered why can't I squirt? Or maybe you thought, is this even possible for me? But here's the good news. Most women can learn how to squirt with the right techniques, mindset, and knowledge about their bodies. In this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 reasons why women can't squirt, give you actionable tips, and then answer the most Googled questions about squirting and the most common ones that I get from clients. Stick around because number 4 is a game changer. Number 1, you don't believe you can. This is way more common than you think. I know I used to think this until I discovered how. Because when something hasn't happened for you, it's easy to believe it's not possible. It's one of those things where what you don't know, you don't know. But trust me, most women just haven't been shown how. With the right squirting techniques and some patience, you can unlock this experience for yourself. The most common technique you can use, you can find it anywhere online, is using the come hither motion right on the G zone. If you want me to make a specific video highlighting all the great techniques that I like to recommend, let me know in the comments and I'll make one right away. But a quick fix around the deeper core beliefs that we have, because we can do all the techniques and we can still struggle to allow ourselves to get there. So a quick fix for this is to start following sex positive educators. And most importantly, believe that squirting is possible for you. Your mind is a really powerful tool, and confidence is your starting point. Okay, now let's clear this up. One of the biggest myths is that it's just pee. Someone somewhere decided to say that squirting is just nothing more than urine, decided to be a wet blanket, literally, and ruin the whole party. But here's the truth. While the fluid comes from the Squirting gland near the urethra, it actually shares some components of urine. It is not the same thing. Studies have shown that the fluid is a mixture of urine and prostate-specific antigens. One thing that I can recommend for women, if you really want to test this out, go pee before, and you'll be very clear what that is. And this may sound a little weird, but you can even smell it and you'll know right away, because squirt fluid, your fluids, also known as amrita in tantric philosophy, which is like the fluid, the nectars of the gods, it is odorless. And you'll know very clearly that it's not. This belief that it can be pee prevents a lot of women from going here, because who wants to pee unless that's your thing? And that's okay too, but that can block a lot of women. So one of the more common Googled questions is, why does squirting feel like I'm going to pee? And this is because the sensation that's preparing you to release fluid is the same as you run to go pee. And this is normal. The trick here is just to relax and let it happen. And a quick fix for this is to empty your bladder before you're intimate and you want to engage in this, so you can trust the process and your body. And if you're still nervous, use a splash blanket. I'll leave one that I recommend in the show notes. Or try it in the shower to take the fear out of the mess, out of the equation completely, and you can really just enjoy yourself and explore. And here's where most people hit a major roadblock, and it's just knowing the how. You wouldn't expect to ace a recipe without having the instructions or knowing the ingredients, right? Same goes for your body. One of the most Googled question is, where's the G-spot and what is it? The G-spot is a spongy, rigid area about 2 to 3 inches inside the vaginal canal. And it's on the upper wall, kind of towards your belly button. So if it's right here in your upper wall, and we look at this as the upper wall, you can think of it about a couple knuckles, depending on each woman's a little bit different, but a couple knuckles inwards up towards the belly button. And it's not exactly a button or even a spot. It's more like a zone that responds to firm, consistent pressure. And the most used technique would be the come hither motion that I shared earlier, using your 2 fingers applying steady pressure on the G spot. And experiment with different rhythm and tempo. And don't rush. This part will take time for you to explore. Here's a pro tip. G-spot stimulation really does require you to be properly aroused. So it's key to take your time warming up with either clitoral stimulation or other ways that you know that you will help you to get properly aroused. Using any kind of activity that makes you feel good, this is for you to explore. And now this leads me to the next one. Let's get a little personal here. Many women struggle to squirt because they haven't actually explored their own bodies. This isn't about skill. This is about curiosity and confidence. Internalized shame about our sexuality, or simply just not knowing our own bodies, or even where to start, can really hold you back. Here's another common question. How do I start exploring my body if I feel shy or inexperienced? And let me tell you, this was a major question that I used to have in the beginning of my journey. And the key here is to start small and give yourself permission to experiment. So I always recommend women to start with their own solo play. Use your fingers or a G-spot toy so that way you can explore your own body and become familiar with how your body responds. Not sure where you can start with this? It's okay, I got you. I'm going to leave in the show notes 2 different ways that you can start learning on what it is you want of a free worksheet that you can explore on your own. And also I'm going to leave a powerful checklist, a sex exploration checklist of different activities you can start exploring for yourself too. And don't worry, it's completely beginner friendly. And number 5, finally, let's talk about emotional blocks. It's because this is stuff that's kind of brushed under the rug, but it is so important. Because squirting, it's not just physical. It is actually deeply tied to your ability to let go emotionally. The fear of vulnerability, the fear of losing control, or even self-doubt can stop your body from relaxing enough to release. Another really common Googled question, and something that comes up a lot with my female clients. Why does letting go feel so hard during sex? For many, and I would argue to say, generally speaking, all, it's about trust, both in your partner and ultimately yourself. If you're holding on to stress or insecurity, your body might hold back too. So woman to woman, take baby steps. Start practicing your vulnerability in non-sexual situations, like sharing a fear or an emotion with your partner. And start working on loving the parts of yourself that you've labeled imperfect. When you're emotionally free, it is significantly easier to liberate and let yourself go physically. Where your somatic body moves, your mind and your energy follow too. And before we wrap up, let's hit some rapid fire questions. Okay, first up, can anyone squirt? Most women can, but not everyone will. It ultimately depends on anatomy, mindset, and practice. What's the best position for squirting? So try laying on your back with your hips slightly raised. You can use a pillow, or simply experiment trying different positions that allow you to stimulate your G-spot more comfortably. If you're with a partner, you can use missionary with your legs up and spread. Or if you're doing it on your own, you can put some pillows behind your back or lean up against a wall and kind of do like a semi-squat. And that allows you to comfortably reach over for yourself. Okay, does it feel good every time? For most women, yes. But honestly, it might feel unfamiliar at first. And for a lot of other women, it can be a cathartic release. Sometimes there's deep emotions like grief, anger, even laughter. Because this is a very emotional experience for women, there's a wide range of feelings that can come up. But stick with it. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Should I use toys? Absolutely. G-spot specific toys will make this way, way easier. My own personal preference is to stay away from battery operated, high powered vibrators when you're in the beginning stages of self exploration. And the main reason for this is to allow yourself to truly get to know and be familiar with your natural rhythm and responses. And then from there, you can incorporate more toys that include vibrators. And there's like thousands of different things you can play with here. So start small and add on as you go. Okay, and what if I still can't squirt? This is okay. I don't want to add this on as another to-do thing because there's just so much pressure around performing and having to do all the kinds of orgasms for women as it is already. Pleasure is personal, and squirting honestly is not a requirement for a great sex life. So there you have it, the 5 hidden reasons why women can't squirt and how to overcome them. Remember, this isn't about chasing a goal or impressing anybody. It's about understanding your body and embracing your pleasure. And if this video sparked curiosity, download my free sex exploration checklist down below. It's packed with practical tips for discovering your body, boosting your confidence, and creating some fun dates with your boo. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who is curious about squirting. And please go in the comments now and let me know the biggest squirting myths you have heard. Let's bust them together.